What's up, guys? It's your boy Ty. Today, we are going to be doing a 5-minute review on Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. I'm very excited to talk about this movie with you guys for a reason that you'll see in a second. But please like this video. Please subscribe if you still want to stick around, support the channel, and if you like this type of content. But yeah, 5-minute reviews. If you're new here, I'm giving myself just 5 minutes on a timer to give all my thoughts, all my opinions. No more, no less. All right, before we start the review, I need to get this off my chest because it's frustrating. So yesterday, which was Wednesday, I went to go see this movie at the Monmouth Mall in Jersey. They're having like this early screening, this fan event. They gave me a poster, they gave me a pin. But then after sitting in my seat for 45 minutes, I got there on time, by the way, 45 minutes, they said, oh, sorry, the projector isn't working. We're not allowed to play it or whatever. So I had to go back home. Now today, the day that I'm recording this is Thursday, which kind of like messed up my whole recording schedule. And the thing is, I haven't really been that anticipated for this movie at all, like the whole year. But for some reason, the past week, I've been becoming like a more and more intrigued just thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, let's just get into this review. All right, guys, timer started. Let's get into this. So, like I said, past week or so, I honestly had this like Transformers rush that kind of was like taking over me, and I was pretty excited. But at the same time, this movie was utterly garbage. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I don't want to like fluff it up. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I'm not sponsored by, the people that made this movie, so I'm gonna keep it real with you. This movie was not good. My personal background with the Transformers franchise, I mean, I saw the first movie. I like the first movie. I like these characters, at least the Michael Bay ones. And yeah, the sequels, I've seen bits and pieces of like all of them, but I've never like seen fully all of them. But the thing is, they don't have like a Shia LaBeouf in this movie. They have two boring human characters that they decide to spend like most of the runtime on. And also they decide to make them solve all the Transformers problems. Like, the Transformers will just be sitting there and they're like, hey, humans, even though we could probably just do what we're going to tell you to do, how about you guys just go and do the task for us? Even though you're just made of flesh and bones and you could probably get destroyed by like any, metal Transformer because they're huge. They would kill them in literally a heartbeat. And then on the same like line here, we have the bad Transformers, because I don't think they're Decepticons. I'm pretty sure they're just whatever. But instead of them going after the humans who are like also trying to complete the same task, they're like, no, we're just going to send our like little dogs after them. Instead of having these huge Transformers walk up to them, just crush them, and then movie over. That's it. I just don't understand. Then, once the humans successfully complete their task, by the way, this happens like 3 times in the movie. Once the humans successfully complete their task and they like beat the dogs, it's like, oh, now the Transformers and the bad Transformers can fight. Like, now it's okay. But no, they're sidelined. It's literally like you're playing like at a pickup basketball court and you're waiting on the side. And then once the game in the middle is finished, okay, fine, we'll all go in now. I just don't understand what they were thinking with this movie. Guys, we have 3 minutes left. All right, let's get through this. There's a character in this movie, right? Named Mirage. Mirage is voiced by Pete Davidson. The problem is, it just sounds like Pete Davidson with auto-tune making unfunny jokes, because he's a pretty unfunny guy in my opinion, at least, and that's all you see. And it's kind of weird because they almost make him like the main attraction of the Transformers, like, our good group, not the bad ones. But like Optimus Prime is kind of like, doing his own thing, whatever, and it's almost like they set up punchlines for him, so like he's always saying the funny thing, and it's like, hey, look guys, Pete Davidson's saying something funny, even though I would say literally 8 out of 10 jokes do not land in this movie. We could reduce that to 4 out of 5, by the way. Big brain, big math brain. But there was like, I'll be honest, there was like 2 jokes in this that were really funny, but the other ones were just so childish. I can't believe this movie was rated PG-13, yet felt so corny and childish. And then at the same time, Spider-Verse just came out, which felt so mature and like serious, and that was rated PG. I know that's like not really a critique on the Transformers, but it's just weird because it's like, why are you making this so corny? And in a way, it almost lifts my respect for the Michael Bay Transformers a little bit, because even though it was a little bit goofy because they did take it so seriously, I know it got stupider down the line, but it still made you feel like good. There's a ton of plot holes in this. There's a ton of like unexplained lore that are kind of just lingering plot lines. It's like they just dump so much information on you and they just don't explain it. There's also like subplots that are kind of just like, oh, here's a subplot. Okay, it's done. guys, and this all leads to, like, a big, we have the big final battle, and what do you know, the heroes win at the end. For the most part, all the CGI looks pretty good until we get to, like, the last third, and there's, like, one thing that would be a spoiler if I was to say it, but that really stands out as terrible CGI, and it just makes me think, like, this is kind of like the main focus of the final act. Why not just put a little bit more effort into the thing that everyone's looking at? I don't really know what they were thinking. Guys, we've got 38 seconds left. I can't believe how weak Optimus Prime feels in this movie. He does literally nothing. All he does is get assisted by other people. I don't even know if he defeats anyone on his own, like, completely. Like, yeah, maybe he does every once in a while, but all these other Transformers too are barely fleshed out. Like, you don't hear their backstory. And also, this might be a spoiler, not really, but we've got like 15 seconds left. I have no idea if this is connected to the main Transformers Michael Bay, like, movies or not. It isn't explained. Moral of the story is, with 7 seconds left, stop making movies that are titled after cool characters and then make them about humans. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I'm really disappointed. I didn't even want to hate on this movie at all. I genuinely am just disappointed because I like the Transformers characters, but God, this was executed really poorly and it just feels so cheap. But I don't want to keep talking about the movie because then that would be cheating. And I hate cheating. I don't want to go outside the 5-minute boundaries. But yeah, guys, this is not getting a good score from me. Pretty forgettable. Maybe I'll rewatch it someday. But yeah, I really don't think this is getting a sequel. Also, wait. This isn't in the review. I need to mention this. I'm sorry. The Star Wars fan in me has to say this. There's a line where Mirage is laying on the floor. And he hits a, like, oh, they can fly now. And all I was thinking of was,
they fly now? They fly now!
And I was the only person in the theater that was laughing, and I felt so awkward, but I had to throw that in there because if you actually do go out and see it, you'll notice it, and you'll probably laugh too because, God, what a terrible line. But we'll just trash on Star Wars another day. But yeah, guys, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in today. I love all you guys. Keep watching my videos maybe if you like them, and I really appreciate all the support. We just hit 60 subs. Let's go. Road to 100. Maybe I'll give something away at 100. I don't want to make any false promises. We'll see how close we get, because things are rolling, so really happy with that. Everyone have a good night. Love all you. See you.
I've come. I am coming. Let them come.